The D7500 from Nikon. It packs 4K video capture, a tilt-angle touchscreen, and 8 frames per second burst shooting. On paper, this thing's a bit of a beast. It costs £1,299, which is a really fair asking price on paper. But how does it stack up in real life? That's what this video is all about, but before I jump into it, if you're not already subscribed to TechRadar, subscribe. It's how you'll stay on top of everything that we do. Right, first the specs. The D7500 has a 20.9 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor and a 3.2-inch tilt-angle touchscreen with 922,000 dots. A couple of very cool features have made their way onto the D7500. For starters, it has the same sensor as the D500 rather than the 24.2 megapixel sensor in the D7200. And secondly, it's paired with Nikon's XSpeed 5 image processor. While it might sound like the 4 megapixel drop in resolution is a lot to take, it does have its advantages, particularly when it comes to sensitivity. The D7500 is also lighter, weighing 640 grams, owing to a swap from mag alloy to monocoque. That's 5% less than the D7200, and while no mag alloy may sound bad, it feels solid in the hand, offers a secure grip, and has comprehensive weather sealing. There have also been some tweaks to the Nikon D7500's button placement compared to the D7200. The rear display can be tilted downwards and upwards and offers touchscreen functionality. This extends beyond touch to focus. You can navigate the menus using the touchscreen, a first for Nikon DSLRs, and while it isn't the highest resolution screen we've seen, this didn't impact usability in our experience. One element that I felt was missing as a videographer, I would have loved it if the screen flipped out either horizontally like with Canons or just up all the way so that I could see myself while I was filming. Moving on to autofocus, and the D7500 has 51-point autofocus with 15 cross-type autofocus points, which offer greater precision. Group area autofocus has also been added, which improves subject detection, capable of monitoring 5 different fields while isolating the background. There's none of the 153-point autofocus system that the D500 enjoys, making this a strictly D7000 series device. That said, like both the D500 and the D5, the D7500 gets autofocus fine-tuned. This means you can automatically calibrate focus with specific lenses if required. This comes together to produce one of the best autofocus experiences in live view of any Nikon DSLR. Although it can't quite rival the dual pixel CMOS autofocus system as found on some Canon DSLRs, like the 80D. The D7500 also ups the frames per second compared to the D7200 at 8 frames per second. Helped by the new XSpeed 5 image processor, it can shoot a burst of 50 raw files before the buffer needs to clear. The metering system inherited from the D500 performs really well, consistently delivering on-point exposure, and the auto white balance is really good too. There's a new battery as well. Good for 950 shots before it needs charging. It is streets ahead of most mirrorless cameras, but it's down 150 shots from the D7200. The D7500 has an ISO range from 100 to 51,200, expandable from as low as 50 right through to 1,640,000. It has impressive dynamic range and excellent noise performance. As you'd expect, luminance or grain-like noise becomes way more pronounced at ISO 25,600 upwards, but the results are still some of the best that we've ever seen from a camera at these kinds of sensitivities. Up to around 102,400 is actually pretty good for such high value, but anything higher looks murky and suffers from a severe lack of detail. Dynamic range is also really impressive. It's possible to pull back shadow detail from a shot that's been underexposed by some 5 or 6 stops by just jumping into Lightroom and upping the exposure a little bit. Wrapping up the review, and while some may criticize Nikon for swapping from mag alloy to monocoque, it doesn't really impact day-to-day use, and this camera still feels really solid. The enhanced 51-point autofocus system is also excellent for the price, putting a lot of other rival systems in the shade. Also, when you pair that with the 8 frame per second burst mode, the tilt-angle touchscreen, and the 4K video, it comes together very well. The video in particular is excellent, and if you want to see an example of a video that we shot almost entirely on the D7500, check out our Honor 9 camera tips and tricks. The fact you get the same sensor and processor found on the D500 means you're getting a lot of value for money here, and it's definitely worth stumping up the extra over the D7200. To read our full review of the D7500, head over to techradar.com. And remember, if you like this channel, click that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you've got any questions, just fire them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching TechRadar.